Today our topic is organic chemistry. What is organic chemistry? Organic chemistry is a chemistry which deals with organic compounds. What are organic compounds? The compounds which has carbon and its derivatives only we call it as organic compounds. So organic chemistry can be defined as the study of hydrocarbon and its derivatives. We can call it as organic chemistry. Why the study of hydrocarbon and its derivatives is put under a different chemistry called as organic chemistry? Because there are millions of compounds of carbon. Why is the carbon able to form a million compounds? The reason is the unique nature of carbon, the two unique nature of carbon. One is catenation, the other one is tetravalency. What is catenation? Catenation is the property of carbon to link with itself, forming a long chain without breaking. We call it as catenation. For example, let us draw the structure for catenation. The carbon is able to form a long chain linking with itself. We call it as catenation. It is a very unique property of carbon. Why does the carbon has this unique property? This unique property of carbon is because of a special property called as tetravalency. Tetra, as you know, means 4 and valency means the combining capacity of carbon. 4 is the combining capacity of carbon. Why the carbon has tetravalency? It is because of its atomic number, which is 6. So the electronic configuration of carbon is 2, 4. That means carbon has 4 electrons in its outermost valence shell. This is the reason it forms compounds, covalent compounds, self-linking with itself. So because of the 4 valence electrons, it has tetravalent. Due to this property, it is able to form a lot of covalent compounds.
Start.
Now let us see the classification of hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are classified generally into 2 groups. One is aliphatic, the other one is cyclic. That is, we have already seen that the carbon has a property of self-linking with itself. That doesn't mean that it can form only a chained compounds. Instead, it can also come under cyclic compounds. That means it can form an open chain which is called as aliphatic and a closed chain which is called as cyclic compound. For example, when we call it as aliphatic compounds, that means it is an open chain compounds. When we call it as cyclic compounds, we can say that cycle is a closed one, it is not an open chain. So aliphatic compounds are open chain compounds and cyclic compounds are the compounds which has a closed chain of carbon. Aliphatic compounds can again be classified into saturated and unsaturated compounds. Saturated compounds are otherwise called as alkanes or paraffins, and unsaturated compounds are again classified as alkenes and alkynes. What is meant by the saturated and unsaturated, or what is the difference between a saturated and an unsaturated compound is that when the valency of a carbon is satisfied by a single element, then we call it as a saturated compound. For example, all the 4 different valency are of a carbon is satisfied by different elements, then we can call it as a saturated compound. Instead, if the valency of a carbon is satisfied only by, that is, if more than one valency of a carbon is satisfied by the same element, then such a compound we call it as unsaturated compounds. In unsaturated compounds, the carbon forms a double and a triple bonds. Double and triple bonds it forms. The double bonded compounds are called as alkenes and the triple bonded compounds are called as alkynes. Alkanes are compounds which has carbon-carbon single bond. So here the valency, each valency is satisfied by an individual element, whereas here more than one valency is satisfied by the same elements. So these alkanes are otherwise called as paraffins and they have a general formula CnH2n+2. This is the general formula for alkanes. Alkanes has the formula CnH2n and alkynes has the formula CnH2n minus 2. For example, let us take the first formula CnH2n plus 2. If you are going to take the formula CnH2n plus 2, let us give the value of n as 1. If I assume the value of n as 1, it becomes C1 and H 2 into 1 plus 2. That is equal to C1 and H4. That is CH4, which is the first compound of alkane, and it is called as the methane, which is nothing but a greenhouse gas. Cyclic compounds. Cyclic compounds are further classified into alicyclic and aromatic compounds. Aroma, the name itself specifies, it is very clear that they have a specific unique odor. And alicyclic compounds are compounds which has the characteristic of both an aliphatic and cyclic compounds. That is why it is called as alicyclic. It has the characteristics of both aliphatic and cyclic compounds, but it does not have the characteristics of an aromatic compounds. For example, let us see about alicyclic compound. The example we can take it as cyclopropane or cyclobutane. It can have both the characteristics of an aliphatic compound and also that of an cyclic compound, but does not have the characteristics of an aromatic compound. When we say aromatic compounds, the compounds which has one or more benzene ring is called as an aromatic compound. What is a benzene ring? Benzene ring is a 6-membered carbon ring with alternative double bonds. The most popular aromatic compound that we all know is a phenol compound. Phenol is a compound to the aromatic or the benzene ring. We have an hydroxyl group attached. That compound we call it as phenol, or naphthalene, which has a specific odor, as you know. So the cyclic compounds are otherwise classified into alicyclic and aromatic compounds. Alicyclic, which has the characteristics of both aliphatic and cyclic compounds but not of aromatic, and aromatic compounds are compounds with 6-membered benzene ring.